So, remind me again, what exactly is a gene?
Now that you know the basics, let's look at a scientific study that shows how a gene can affect not just an individual, but a whole group. Remember I told you that genes are the recipes in the cookbook? Well, your DNA, it's the whole cookbook. And each recipe is like a gene, which tells your body how to make something. What comes out of the recipe, the visible trait of behavior, is called a phenotype. The actual combination of alleles in your DNA is called the genotype. You see? Gene. Simple enough, right?
Yeah.
For example, in fruit flies, which scientists often use for experiments, there's a gene called foraging, or FOR for short. It's like one recipe, but it comes in slightly different versions called
Alleles, right?
exactly. It has one version called rover, the other called sitter. So you imagine called sitter. So you imagine this. That's a rover fruit fly.
Okay, so alleles are like different flavors of the same recipe.
Exactly. And those differences can change behavior. So you see, the rovers tend to move around a lot to go and get food, right? But then the sitters, they're a lot lazier, so they might not move at all. They'll just stay in one place. They found that rover and sitter flies don't just eat differently, but they interact differently too. Rovers and sitters differ in how often they met, how long they stayed together, and even how balanced their interactions were. This changed the shape of their whole social networks. So, like, let's say for rovers, because they're moving around more, they might form more connections with each other than sitters. Sitters are only staying in limited numbers of places, and they're just less likely to meet and interact with other groups of flies.
So one little gene can ripple out and change not just an individual fly, but the whole group's behavior?
Exactly. That's the power of genes. They're not just about eye color or height, but they can shape behavior, relationships, social structures. Really what you need to remember, it's genes.
Wow, so genes are like recipes that don't just make the fly, they help write the story of how the fly lives.
Perfectly said.